Step one, two, check. Good evening, hockey fans. We're here in Wainwright. We've got Rustlers action against the Hughenden Jets. But I'll give you a little more info after we hear from our PA announcer and hear the playing of O Canada.
Kellen is 5 years old and plays in the Wainwright E7 rep team. His favorite NHL team, the Edmonton Oilers, John Drysdale, is his big NHL player. Kellen's uncle, Cody Woodward, takes his spot at number one stick. For a freaking meal. Coach, not on the ice. Kellen likes to enjoy the east side. Splits off when they go right down. Yeah. Stop the Congress and rise to the good house for the whole Canada.
The person in Canada that still says thy sons. That's why I was going.
Yeah. I was aware.
We are ready for some Friday night hockey here in Wainwright. The Wainwright Rustlers are hosting the Hughenden Jets from just down Highway 14. They made the 25-minute trek up the road to be here to kick off a two-game weekend for the Rustlers, their second and final two-game weekend of the season. Rustlers coming off a big 10-4 victory last weekend here in Wainwright over Forestburg. And the Hughenden Jets, their last game also 6-5 win in overtime over the Forestburg Flyers. And away we go. The Jets quickly move the puck down into Rustler territory, and the captain, Josh Berg, steps out from behind his net, tries to find Dicker, but the pass behind him heads down the ice, and on the fresh ice, that's going to be enough for an icing call. The Rustlers come into this game tied for second in the league with three other teams, the Provost Combines, Irma Aces, and the Sedgwick Sabres. Rustlers sitting at 8-4 on the season. You end up coming into this one 6-5, just on the bubble of a playoff spot, with about a month left to go in the season. Stretch pass from the Jets is off the mark, ends up going all the way down for icing, and we get a whistle. Rustlers win the draw, and it's Cody Jackson from the point. His wrist shot is knocked down by a Jet stick. And they escape the zone by flipping it way up in the air. And now crossing the blue line Tipler cuts off the puck carrier and shuts down that rush. Now Jackson from the corner chips it out of the zone. And Hamilton, with lots of pressure on the forecheck, forces a turnover. Carson James from the corner fires a low shot on net. It's kicked aside. James puts a shot from the top of the circle right on net, and that one's held onto by Jets goaltender Carson Swanson. Rustlers goaltender on the other end of the ice. Sorry, I got distracted there for a minute. The Rustlers goaltender Hayden Missler getting his first start of the season, his first start as a Rustler. Now Woodward from his own blue line sends it to Fletcher, who deflects it into the near corner, down in Jets territory. Hughenden gets there first. They ring it around the wall. That took a weird hop off the boards. Ends up out at center ice. Mullet turns it over. And the Jets have a quick opportunity, but a good defensive stick from Comerford to clear the zone. Now Johnson gains the zone, looks for the centering pass into the slot, nothing there. Cole Ackroyd comes the other way, flips it in the near corner. He's going to try and chase it down himself. He gets there first. Tries to reverse course, but gets pinned against the wall and loses control. Now the Jets clear down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call. Whistle blows, and we'll get a face-off 2.5 minutes into this first period. Now Hamilton from the corner flips the puck towards the net, but it's knocked down, and the Jets able to clear it across the blue line. Now quickly up to Tipler. He fires a shot on goal, but that one's right in the chest of Swanson, and he holds on for a face-off. Now Jackson from the point, he fires a shot that's knocked down. He gets it right back, fires a shot on net again. That one made it through traffic. The Swanson save. Now Woodward from behind the goal. Slides one in front. And it looks like it went in, but there's no call from the official yet. Woodward had just slid it into the blue paint. It went off the skate of Swanson, was dancing around the goal line. And it looks like the official is saying no goal. I don't know how that couldn't have gone in. But we play on. Now, nifty pass into the slot for Fletcher, but he gets a stick tied up. Nothing he can do with it except pass it back into the blue paint. Swanson jumps on it there and holds on to the whistle. These two teams played the first half of their season series back in November. Saturday, November 15th, the Rustlers went down to Hughenden and won 7-3. And they would love a similar result here tonight with just 6 games left to go in the regular season and a logjam in the upper half of the ECSHL Alberta Senior Hockey League standings. Puck goes off a stick and way up in the air, lands on Jackson's blade. He turns and fires a pass towards the Rustler bench. Maybe lucky it didn't connect as it might have been too many men. And the Jets put a long shot on goal, and Missler holds on for the faceoff. Rustlers win the draw. It's Weeks trying to gain speed down the right wing, but he gets tied up right in front of the Jets bench and then hauled down to the ice and pinned down. But he hops right back up and tries to jump into the play, but the Jets able to clear the zone. Great defensive stick by Berg to break up that rush along the wall. And now he's able to kick the puck loose, get it to a teammate. Now it's Weeks down the right wing again. He gets hauled down at the red line, but he's able to get the puck deep and get off the ice for a well-deserved change. Now Pastor for the Jets spins himself around at center ice, loses control. Now Dickers steps in, sends it over to Fletcher. Dickers gets the pass back. Nice little backhand. Didn't get much on it, but enough to get a shot on goal. But now the Jets come the other way. Laporte cuts to the middle of the ice, but his shot is blocked. Now Aykroyd has the puck at center ice, and he flips it into the near corner. Jets send a long pass forward for Anholt. Gets it to Laporte. And that shot from McQuaid was blocked, and now the Rustlers the other way. Fletcher with the puck on his stick, steps around the defender, cuts to the front of the net, and puts a shot on goal, but Swanson swallows that one up. And quick whistle here. Looks like we'll just redo the face-off. When the Jets win it, they bang it off the wall and out to center ice. But they can't corral the puck, and the Rustlers scoop it up. Jackson from his own blue line sends it forward for Tipler, who just tips it into the corner deep in Hughdenden's territory. Fletcher able to keep it in at the blue line, but only for a moment. That puck was bouncing around. James couldn't corral it. And a great job from Carson James to get off the ice. The Rustlers nearly a too many men penalty, and then led to a scoring chance, but Swanson with a good save. Berg sends the puck in deep. There's a loose stick down there in the Jets zone, but it's not going to matter now as the whistle blows for an icing call, and we'll get the debris cleared out of the way. Jets win the draw. They carry it through the neutral zone, but Swanson loses control of that puck. Fletcher plays it off the wall to Comerford. Back to Fletcher. That backhander from the low slot is kicked aside by Swanson. Anholt plays it in behind the Rustler net. And they escape the zone. It's Fletcher right in front of the Rustler net, trying to chip the puck deep, but it just popped up in the air. Jets pick it up, fired into the corner again. Excuse me. Weeks gets a piece of that stretch pass and chip it in deep. So Rustlers played along the wall. The Jets pick it up and clear the zone. Pastor thought he was in the clear, but just a stride offside are the Jets, and we get a whistle. Well, I apologize. That's not an offside call. That's a penalty call. It's going to be a slash. Jackson Pastor heads to the box. The Jets rookie and former Wainwright Junior B Bison is going to serve two for slashing, and the Rustlers get the first power play opportunity of the evening. Goslin at the point fires a shot. That one's tipped and went just wide of the net. Comerford had to rush to the bench. His stick had broken. Mullet comes on to take his place. Hamilton looking to pick it up off the wall, but it was a little behind him. Luckily, Carson James is there to pick him up. Gets the puck over to Tipler, and his low shot is kicked aside by Swanson. Now Goslin at the point. Gets to Hamilton along the wall. Back to Goslin. Back to Hamilton once again at the half wall. Now into the corner to Tipler. He kicks it up to his stick. Feeds it to Goslin at the point. Gets it to James in the high slot, and his shot goes off a stick and up into the netting for a whistle. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first period. Still a scoreless hockey game. And the Rustlers on the power play for the next minute and 13 seconds or less. Rustlers win the draw. Fletcher across the blue line to Comerford. He loses a handle on it for a second and just has to play it into the corner. Aykroyd's there chipping away, looking to get control. And the Rustlers can't keep it in, and now the Jets have numbers shorthanded coming the other way. A nice move to break loose, and the Jets score a gorgeous goal to open the scoring. It's Matthew Swanson. His 11th goal in 6 games this season. As he danced around Fletcher, put him in a blender, and then tucked one home past Missler to the shorthanded goal to make it 1-0 Jets.
I want goals. Scored short-handed. Swanson. Goal. Scored.
The Jets send it down ice, but Goslin keeps it from going too deep, but then he loses control of it at the far blue line. Jets clear it once again. 20 seconds to go in the Rustler power play now. Hamilton down the right wing fires a shot right into the shin pads of a defender. James around the back of the net feeds it to Goslin, but his shot goes off a skate. James can't keep it inside the blue line. And Pastor back on the ice. Jets back to full strength. Oh, Berg was an absolute freight train looking to run over Pastor, who ducked out of the way at the last second. That would have been the biggest hit of the year if he had it connected. Now Leggett gains the blue line, lumbering down the left wing, fires a shot that goes off a stick and wide. Jets cleared again, but Berg comes in. Not able to pick up the puck, though. Fletcher chases it down behind his own net. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone is slapped in by Berg, and he heads to the bench for a change. And the Jets able to clear it. Laporte gains the zone, plays it to the back post, and nearly a tap in there for Anholt, but Missler got a piece of it. The Rustlers can't get the puck off ice. The forwards will go for a quick change. Horn taking his time behind the net. Gets it to Jackson. He tried to feed it to Dicker, but that pass got picked off. Jets come the other way. Crone fires a shot. Blocker save made by Missler. Now battle along the side of the net, and the whistle blows. There's 8:45 to go in the opening period. Rustlers still trailing 1-0. Jets win the faceoff. Fire a shot towards the net, but just wide. Tipler chases it down along the wall, tries to chip it out of the zone, but can't get it through the forecheck. Now pass right to the front of the net into blue paint is swatted away by Missler and his goaltending paddle. Now another pass picked off by the Jets. Crone, sorry, from the blue line fires a shot wide. Now James with a hard pass towards Tipler. That one's deflected. Rustlers pick it up and regroup. Now James across the blue line. He's got Goslin with him. He's got Tipler. Leaves it for Tipler. His shot didn't have much juice on it from high in the zone and jumped on easily by Swanson. Now Missler from behind his own net rings it around the wall. Horn's there to pick it up and cycle it back down low for Fletcher. Blake Fletcher picking up speed through the neutral zone. Steps around one Jet. Made the pass. And Ackroyd tried to get it back to him, but it was bouncing around, and now it's pinned against the wall in the corner. Battle in there. Fletcher's one that comes away with it. He feeds it to Ackroyd right in the low slot, but he couldn't get enough on that to get a shot off. Jets get it down the ice. Horn comes in, throws a good hit in the corner. But Laporte gets to the puck. Gets it to the point, but that pass off the mark, and the Jets have to check up on side. Fletcher with a big hit just inside the Rustler blue line. Absolutely dumps Laporte. But now the Jets get it to the top of the circle, and that shot blocked by a pair of Rustlers, sacrificing the body. Keep this a 1-0 hockey game. Horn picks off a pass at the Rustler blue line. Chipped it forward. Comerford trying to chase it down. Can't get there, but Berg picks up the loose puck and swings it around the wall.
Oh.
Jets get it deep. No icing. They got a piece of it at the Rustler blue line. And now Weeks from his own zone tries to hit Leggett. And now Brett Leggett chases down. He gets upended. Looked like it could have been a trip, but no call. Now Leggett from behind the net. Gets it to Mullet at the point. He winds, fires right into traffic, though, and it doesn't make it through. Now, a long shot from the blue line on the rush went off the end wall and ended up in the blue paint. And now we get some rough stuff in behind the net. Rustlers taking offense to somebody trying to pick out the puck from underneath Missler's glove hand. Maybe it's late 90s, yeah. Rustlers win the face-off, gathering speed through the neutral zone is Hamilton. He shovels it off to Tipler, and he fires a shot, but right on the Jets logo on Swanson's jersey. Easy save made, and the Rustlers will get an offensive zone face-off. Yeah, I guess they were formed in 95. First studio model was 96. Yeah.
Jack and Blue and the hot truck.
Oh, really? Now the Jets skate the puck around the offensive zone, get it up to the point. That long shot wide of the net. Tipler plays it off the wall down the ice, and that is not going to be icing. It is waved off, and now Hamilton hot on the forecheck. He took a poke at the puck, nearly knocked it loose. But Tipler now able to keep it inside the blue line. Hamilton receives the pass, tried to go back across the ice. Russ was able to keep it in though, and Horn fires a shot. It's in the equipment, in the pants of a Jets player, Anholt, and the whistle blows. 4:49 to go in the first period. That is still 1-0 Jets.
Just a Nickelback party.
Jets win the draw, but they can't get it out of the zone. Dicker knocks it down. He got it over to Aykroyd, but his shot goes off a stick. Jackson keeps it in the zone. Tried to play the puck in deep. The Jets get a hold of it. Now Laporte feeding it forward and a massive hit. Holy! Horn absolutely demolished Braden Crone, and immediately Crone was yelling at his own teammate. Not happy about that suicide pass. And now things are getting heated in front of the Rustler bench. Most guys have just stopped skating, but there's no whistle yet. Finally, we will get a whistle. There's a Jets penalty upcoming. It's going to be 2 minutes for roughing. And it's going to go against
Oh, God.
so a roughing call against the Jets captain. Well, that's going to put them on the penalty kill with 4 minutes to go on the nose in the first period.
But here in the leads, Braden Croswell, 2 for nothing, and that leading 4. Going for nothing.
The Rustler power play turns the puck over, but the Jets can't clear it. Goslin keeps it inside the blue line. Now James, mano a mano with a great opportunity and misses the net. His second chance is kicked aside by Swanson, and then the Jets clear the zone. Goslin gains the blue line, plays it in deep for Hamilton, who leaves it for Tipler. Up to Goslin at the point. Now Tipler in the corner, gets it to James, and he fires a shot, but steered aside by Swanson. Hamilton from the dot gets it to James, and his one-timer just off the mark. A chance at the side of the net for Comerford, but he can't bury it. Eventually, the Jets do clear it. And Goslin plays the puck across the ice to Blake Fletcher. The Jets able to steal it away and clear down the ice. You got 45 seconds left in the rest of the power play. Now Aykroyd gains the zone, skates it into the corner, goes across the ice looking for Fletcher, and it was right there. He had a wide open net, but he couldn't get that one-timer off cleanly. And a chance off the post for Dicker in the high slot. His one-timer just a couple inches off the mark. And another one-timer, but this one fanned on a little bit by Carson Fletcher. He gets it right back, though, skates it to the middle of the ice, feeds it across to Blake Fletcher, but his ensuing pass is picked off, and the Jets clear it. And that will do it for the Rustler power play. 0 for 2 tonight with the man advantage. Jets able to get it down into Rustler territory, but Jackson hops on that loose puck, gets it out of harm's way, and now Horn from behind his own net with a minute and a half to go in the opening frame. Horn with good awareness steps up, puts a stop to that Jets rush at the Russell blue line, but the Rustlers have gone offside. Now the Jets send it down the ice, and that'll be a quick whistle for icing because we got a minute, 6 seconds to go in this first period. And the Rustlers off the draw, quick chance, Chase Fletcher. Swanson makes a good save. Wainwright able to keep the puck in deep, not letting the Jets escape the zone quite yet, and now they get it back at the blue line. Fletcher's shot goes wide. Now Woodward from behind the goal plays it around to Berg at the point. Fakes the shot, and then fanned on the pass. Rustler's able to keep it in though. Chase Fletcher feeds it to Comerford, but that pass is deflected away by the Jets. Jets finally do clear the zone. Rustlers get it right back in. There's 22 seconds to go in the period. Hamilton turns and fires from the point. James picks it up, skates it in the corner. 10 seconds to go before the buzzer. The Jets force a turnover, skate it into the neutral zone, and that's going to do it. For the opening 20 minutes, it's a 1-0 lead for the visiting Hughenden Jets. And what's been an exciting and physical first period here in Wainwright on a Friday night. We're going to take a break for this first intermission, grab a beverage, and we'll be right back with you in about 20 minutes. Don't go too far. Welcome back for the start of the second period. It's a 1-0 hockey game for the Hughenden Jets here in Wainwright. The visiting squad scoring one shorthanded for the game's only goal so far, and James trying to change that quickly, but he is denied by the big glove hand of Swanson. Berg plays it off the glass out to center ice. But the Jets come the other way quickly. Crone gains the zone and fires a shot right into the glove hand of Missler, and he holds on for a faceoff. Jets win the faceoff, and Anholt puts a little slap pass to the side of the net, but it goes wide, and the wrestler is able to clear the zone. Ackroyd with a nifty backhand pass to Blake Fletcher. He flips it into the far corner. Dicker's there to scoop it up, but his pass back to the point is picked off, and the Jets come the other way again. Swanson carries it across the blue line, drops it for Pastor, and his shot scooped up by Missler and held on to. Now the Jets win the faceoff. Quick shot on goal along the ice is kicked aside by Swanson. Chase Fletcher picks it up just outside his own blue line, skates it down the left wing. The shot goes off a stick and wide. Woodward pins it against the wall, but the Jets chip it away. They can't get too far. Goslin picks off a pass, turns it the other way. Comerford didn't see it coming, though. Then he got tied up. So the Jets play it into Rustler territory once again. The Mullet's there to pick it up. Skated down the right wing, crossing the blue line, fires a low shot. It's kicked aside by Swanson. Woodward gets the rebound, but his shot goes over the net. Jets carried across the blue line, but just a half a stride too soon as they were offside and the whistle blows. Hughenden wins the face-off. Plays it down ice. Horn's there to pick it up, but he can't get it out across the blue line. Now he gets it back in the corner. Can't pick it up cleanly, though. Missler comes out, pokes the puck forward, and gives the Jets a chance in tight. But he stands his ground, and then the wrestlers clear the zone. Jets get the puck deep before Jackson picks it up, slings it off the glass down to James. The wrestlers just stay onside. Tipler receives the pass, but turns trying to fire a pass. Couldn't get the pass off. His stick got tied up. And now Anholt down the left wing as the Jets come the other way. That shot goes off the stick of Jackson wide of the net. Tipler tries to tip it off the wall, got knocked down. Eventually the wrestlers do clear it. Hamilton trying to chase it down. He drops it there for James. James, with patience, steps around the defender and fires a shot, but it's kicked aside by Swanson. James gets it back though behind the net. Battling for it in there now. And the Jets able to clear. Down the ice, no icing call. So Berg races down, picks it up. A risky play, chipping it out in front of his own net. But the wrestlers pick it up with speed, and it's Blake Fletcher. Slams on the brakes, feeds it to the middle to Hamilton. He didn't have room for a shot, had to back out of it. Berg able to keep the puck inside the blue line now. Gets it down low to Fletcher. Fletcher skates to the middle of the ice, but just gets the puck knocked away at the last second. Wrestlers played around the wall. Jets take a chip at it and get it out to the neutral zone. Berg off the wall to Dicker. He gains the zone, holds on to it. and plays it down low. Now it's Ackroyd to the side of the net. His low shot kicked away. Fletcher's in there helping him out in behind the net, trying to get that puck out in front. But the Jets steal it away and come down the ice. It's McQuaid down the left wing. Toe drag, fires a shot, but a blocker save made by Missler. Jets able to keep it in the zone momentarily. Now Goslin sends a stretch pass, but Dan Berger got a stick in the way of that one. And Palmerford across the blue line. Drops it for Woodward. His shot is blocked. Now the Jets captain fires a pass from the left wing to an open wing on the right, but ends up in behind the wrestler net. Horn picks it up there and just chips it out to center ice. Dan Berger plays it in, and Missler steers the puck into the corner where Jackson's there to pick it up. He sends a stretch pass to Carson Leggett. He winds and fires a hard shot, but wide of the net. Brett Leggett's there to pick it up, chip it in behind the goal. Fletcher scoops it up, but then he gets pinned against the wall. And a chance in front for Leggett, but he couldn't get the shot off. Rustlers keep it in the zone, and a long shot from Berg is swallowed up by Swanson. And we get a whistle with 14:09 left in the middle period. Rustlers with 19 shots to the Jets 11, but the Jets up 1-0 thanks to that shorthanded goal in the first period. Now the officials conferring. Not sure about what. I don't think it's about where the faceoff should be. It's a pretty straightforward play. Now the referee is gonna have a chat with the Hughenden bench. Again, I'm not entirely sure about what. We're gonna have a Jets player head for the penalty box. I haven't the foggiest why. A spear at the end of the play. That's going to be the call. A 4-minute double minor for spearing at the end of the play. So the Rustlers with a chance, a glorious chance to tie things up here with a 4-minute man advantage. Goslin from the right side of the point skates it down the wall into the corner. Now in behind the net, he feeds it over to Hamilton. Back to Goslin at the dot. Gets it to James and he scores! Carson James cashes in on the first half of the Rustlers double minor power play. And the man who has scored half of his points this year on special teams does it again. On the power play, Carson James ties this game up at 1 apiece.
Assisting the board. Ground point. Here, first, quarantine. Jenny from Bloomington. 14. Salt Lake.
In 10, 11, now 11 games in the season, Carson James has 3 power play goals and 5 power play assists, 3 shorthanded goals, which leads the league, and 1 shorthanded assist, totaling 12 of his 23 points on special teams this season. And now the Rustlers with the game all tied up at 1 apiece, still on the power play. 1:15 left in the second half of the power play. Fletcher not able to keep it in the zone, though, and Mullet has to chase it down. Now Swanson carries it across the blue line, but he is swarmed by a gang of Rustlers, and he draws a penalty in doing so. It's going to be a hooking call, and it's going to go against Fletcher. So the Rustlers' power play goes by the wayside. 12:42 left in the second period. 1 minute remaining in the Jets penalty. So we'll have 60 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, acquiring another penalty in that time frame.
Those were the way the company went flat on the teams for the stuff with 12-42. Like a mile for hooking at 12-42.
And now James dances his way through the neutral zone, crosses the blue line, steps around the defender, and oh my goodness, that would have been a highlight goal of the year. But Swanson just got a piece of it with the shaft of his goalie stick. Now Leggett chases it down, puts a backhander towards the net, but wide. Warren gets there and is able to keep it inside the blue line. But the Jets pick it up and slow things down behind their own net. Now they play it up the wall. Across the way to Pastor, and he just sends it in deep as Anholt comes out of the box. And now the Jets have 1 minute of power play opportunity here.
These balls got to oh, like the foundation. Here's argument told that.
Now Swanson ferries across the blue line. Mullet lost his stick, which isn't a fun feeling as a penalty killer, but he's able to pick it back up in the corner. Now the Jets from the point. It's the captain, Crone. Plays it down low into the corner. Swanson skates through a pair of Rustlers, and now a chance inside of the net. But that shot goes wide. 5 seconds to go on this power play. And if the Rustlers time it right, oh, they could have hit Fletcher, but he was not quite ready to exit the penalty box. Now Berg heavy on the forecheck. Defenseman getting in deep there and making a play, getting it to Comerford behind the net. Now a chance in front. That puck bouncing around Fletcher nearly was able to bang that one home. Now Fletcher steps around a couple of defenders, gets it to Berg at the point. His shot goes off a stick. And the Jets are able to clear it. Gosselin telegraphed that pass and it got picked off by McQuaid. And the Jets able to get the puck deep. Long pass to Fletcher, scooped up, I should say, and left for Gosselin. He skates it down the left wing. It gets knocked off his stick in behind the net. And the Jets clear it once again. Now James, the Rustlers' goal scorer on the evening, tries a centering pass. It gets deflected off a shin pad. Now James picks up the loose puck. Aykroyd definitely got back on side. Both of his feet were across the blue line, even if he was sprawled out across the ice. But the whistle blows anyway. Tough break for the Rustlers as James was picking up speed and had a great opportunity on the rush. And now from the neutral zone, Jackson sends it in deep. Just under 9 minutes to go in the second period. That jet stretch pass doesn't connect, but it ends up right on net. And Missler plays off the wall to Tippler. Plays it down low. And the Jets come the other way quickly. That hard shot is just wide of the net. And now we got a loose puck at the Jets' blue line. They pick it up. It's skated the other way. It's Pastor with speed. He comes in, fires a shot wide of the net on the glove side. Weeks has it pinned against the wall. Leggett's in there helping him out, but the Jets come away with it. Missler makes a good save on that shot from the top of the circle. Now the Jets have it at the side of the goal. That pass into the blue paint is deflected into the corner. Pastor throws a couple of huge hits on this shift. Eventually the Rustlers try to clear, but it ends up in the Jets bench and we'll get a whistle. Carson Leggett not too happy with some of the rough stuff that's going on down there. He's sending a message to the Jets here, but the officials are breaking it up and we'll see if anything comes of it. And yes, the officials are going to hand out a couple minors, I believe, to try and calm things down a little bit. It's going to be roughing both ways. Keith and Tufton for the Jets and Carson Leggett for the Rustlers will each serve 2 for roughing.
Well, you can join the Euro 15, 15. You can run this, 15. Carson Magic, please.
Now Missler comes out from his net. Lots of traffic down there, but he comes out and plays around the wall anyway. And the Rustlers pick it up, chip it out across the blue line. Jets get it back in deep once again, though. Woodward looking for Fletcher across the ice. That pass broken up. And now Berg from his own end gets it to Blake Fletcher. Comerford able to get the puck in deep, then goes for a change. Jets chip that pass all the way in behind the Rustler net. Goslin there to pick it up. That puck was bouncing around on Dicker. He couldn't pick it up cleanly. And now Laporte chases it into the corner. Deep in Rustler territory. He gets it to the point. Wearing fans on that shot. And now Goslin, plenty of time. He gets it to Fletcher. He's got Dicker with him. He gets it to Dicker, and that glove save made by Swanson, a great opportunity for the Rustlers' leading goal scorer. Now Fletcher from behind the net. Dicker battling for it there, and his centering pass finds no one. Ends up going all the way down the length of the ice. And the Rustlers turn it over. It goes off Hamilton's stick and right onto a Jet stick, and now in front of the net. What a good defensive play made by Hamilton to totally redeem himself. And now he skates down the ice, down the right wing, cuts to the middle, plays it down low for James. He picks it up in the corner, slams on the brakes, turns around, feeds it to James, and his one-timer just off the mark. Hard shot from James goes over the net and rings around the glass and down the ice. James forces a turnover, and the Rustlers clear the zone. With 5 minutes to go in the second period in this 1-1 hockey game. Now Hamilton with a chance. He's going to fire a low shot, and he scores! The Rustlers take the lead. Kelvin Hamilton with a low shot along the ice beats Swanson. And Wainwright goes up 2-1 with 4:49 left in the second period.
Time of turn. From Hart, the 449, 80 straight four. Also, like to thank any sponsors.
Well, the Rustlers played in behind the net. Swanson leaves it there for his teammate, and now we get a penalty upcoming. I think it's going to be boarding against the Jets. I think. It's going to be interference. And the Jets captain heading back to the box. It's Braden Crone, 2 minutes for interference, and the Rustlers on the power play once again. 4:12 left in the second period. And with the man advantage, a chance to expand on this newly acquired lead. And the Rustlers win the faceoff. Mullet from the right side gets it to Gosselin right at the top of the point. Tipped in front from Tippler. But can't squeak through. Now James gets it to Gosselin. Tippler in the corner. Now Hamilton at the half wall. Gets it to Gosselin at the point. He slides one along the ice towards the net. Kicked aside by Swanson. Gosselin once again. Gets it to Mullet on the other side. His shot looking for a redirect in front and got it from Hamilton, but couldn't redirect it on net. Gosselin with the shot looking for the redirect, got it from Tippler as well, but that one goes over the net. And now we're going to get another penalty. And I don't know, that's a tough one for the Rustlers to take. It's going to be Ryder Tippler heading to the box. It's going to be a charge. I'm not sure he could get a charge when he didn't take any strides, but now we're going to get another whistle, and it's going to be Josh Berg heading to the box. It's going to be a hook. And all of a sudden, the Rustlers were on the power play. And now they're going to be on the wrong side of some 4-on-3 hockey. In a couple blinks of an eye, the Rustlers take 2 penalties and ahead by 1 with 3:07 left in the second period. Oh, looks like there's 4-on-4 hockey somehow still. Oh, it's going to be a pair of them. I missed the unsportsmanlike to Nick Laporte, so offsetting minors. So it's still 4-on-4 hockey. James made one extra move and Fletcher went offside, so the whistle blows. And the Jets win the faceoff. They working in behind their own net. Good forecheck from Hamilton forces Swanson to jump on that loose puck and hold on for a whistle. And the Rustlers win the draw. Fletcher from the point gets it over to Horn, but he looked like that kind of caught him off guard, and he tried to kick it to his stick. Ended up going out across the blue line. And that Jets stretch pass is off the mark, and that's going to be an icing call. And so with 8 seconds remaining in the Jets penalty, the Rustlers are getting an offensive zone face-off right before they become shorthanded. You're going to have to keep an eye on the man coming out of the penalty box. Don't give up a quick breakaway. But all is well as they win the face-off and work it around the neutral zone before sending it in deep, and now they're on the penalty kill. Pastor loses control of it momentarily, and all he could do is swing it in deep. Dawson's there in the corner to grab it, get it to Woodward, and he clears it down the ice. 35 seconds left in the Tipler penalty as the Jets played around the glass, but it just went up into the netting, so the whistle blows. Now that long pass looking for Crone was well behind him. The Rustlers pick it up. Horn not able to escape the zone, though. The Jets work it in deep, and that shot from the corner kicked away by Missler. Now Anholt from the half wall. His shot goes off the stick of Horn and up into the netting. 3 seconds to go in the Jets power play. And we get a face-off upcoming. Tipler out of the box now. We're back to even strength, and Crone whacking away at Missler, trying to find a loose puck in the pads. Carson Fletcher quickly put him on his backside. But no more rough stuff comes of that. Now the Rustlers pick it up as we hit the last 60 seconds of the period. They get it out to center ice, but the Jets quickly send the puck right back in. Fletcher being harassed behind the net, able to ring it around the boards, but can't get it out. And then that shot from the point is scooped up by Missler. And another whack at the Rustler goaltender has the boys in orange not too happy about it. Couple shots given at the top of the crease, but the officials break it up quickly. Cole Horn's going to head to the box, though. It's going to be a roughing call. It looks like he might be the only one. So the Rustlers back in the penalty kill. They've got Comerford, Berg, Mullet, and Woodward out there to kill this one with 46 seconds to go in the second period. And they win the face-off and send it down the ice quickly.
It's 46. One, roughing, it's 46.
Now the Jets carried across the blue line. Johnson stops up at the top of the circle, feeds it the other way, and from the face-off dot on the right wing, the Jets score and tie this one up at 2 apiece on the power play.
But you're in a goal, fourth power play. Yeah. Watson. Bring it forward.
And as time winds down, Fletcher will just hold it behind his own net, and the buzzer will go. That'll do it for the second period. The Rustlers had a lead for a while until the dying moments. Jets cashed in the power play, and now we got ourselves a 2-2 hockey game heading into the intermission. We'll take a break for about 20 minutes. And don't miss the third period. It's sure to be an exciting one. We'll be back with you soon. Welcome back, folks. We're ready for the start of the third period. It's a 2-2 hockey game after the Jets scored in the final minute of the second on the power play to tie things up. The Rustlers send it down the ice, and that icing is waved off. It wasn't quite deep enough. And now the Jets flip it down the ice into the near corner. Berg's there to pick it up. Fletcher had to turn around, slow things down, thanks to the forecheck from the Jets. But now Blake Fletcher down the right wing. Slams in the brakes, drops it for Hamilton. He'll skate into the corner. Looks like he might have caught a wet patch of ice and lost control of the puck. When the Jets turn it up ice, it's Pastor with the puck on his stick across the blue line. Stops up, feeds it into the slot. But nothing doing there as McQuaid couldn't hold onto the puck, and the Rustlers end up sending it down the ice for an icing call. Rustlers win the draw and flip it up in the air. But the Jets quickly send the puck the other way. Gosling from behind his own net rings it around the wall, but Pastor gets there first. Plays it back in behind the Rustler net. Gosling picks it up again. He'll skate it into the neutral zone and try and play it off the wall, but now the Jets have numbers. It's a 3-on-1 the other way. Swanson across the way, but Mullet with a great defensive play, getting his stick down on the ice and breaking up that 3-on-1 rush. Now Dicker over to Carson James. James is skated across the blue line, then he enters the zone. Muscles off the pressure from the defender, but his shot well high and over the net. Jackson from the red line, played into the near corner. It rolls in behind the Jets net. They get the puck out to center ice, but the Rustlers get it back. Battle right in front of the door at the Jets bench, a door that wasn't completely closed. It was looked a little tenuous for a moment there. But no harm, no foul, and now the Jets get the puck in deep. The Rustlers scoop it up, skate out to the neutral zone. Berg crosses the red line, sends it in behind the net. Swanson comes out to play it and gets it out to the point, and now a chance in tight for the Rustlers as Blake Fletcher was standing right on the doorstep and couldn't tuck it home. His stick was tied up. Hamilton can't control that. Looks like the ice is a little sticky out there after the intermission flood. We're 3.5 minutes into this one, and there's still some spots where it looks like the puck just comes to a screeching halt. Now Fletcher had a teammate offside, so he had to slow things down. Weeks receives a pass and sends it deep. Jets now try a cross ice pass. It's off the mark. Now Weeks picks up the puck, plays it in behind the net as it gets rubbed out along the boards. Brett Leggett plays it around to Carson Leggett behind the net. He runs over a man on the boards. Weeks comes in to help out. But the Jets pick out the puck from the pile. Play it around the wall, and then Gosling picks it up along the boards. Fired a shot on net. The Jets pick up the rebound. Send it down the ice. That's no icing. They got a piece of it. Missler comes out of his net. Plays it quickly up the boards. Comerford to James. James fires a low shot. Kicked aside by Swanson. But the Jets can't clear the zone. Horn able to keep it in. Tries to feed it to James, but it was bouncing around. Couldn't control it. And then the Jets ice the puck. And we get a whistle. Just a little over 5 minutes into the third period. It's still tied 2-2. A lot of back and forth action here in the final period of regulation. And the Jets send it down the ice again. That's going to be another icing call. Slowing things down here a little bit. Hamilton wins the draw for the Rustlers. It's Berg at the point, feeding it over to Tipler. His shot down low and a good chance there, but a great kick save made by Swanson. Hamilton picks up the rebound, steps out in front, fires a low shot. Another chance for Tipler. And on the second opportunity, Swanson makes another great save. Now Fletcher in the corner. This line trying to make something happen, and it's Hamilton firing one high over the net. Berg plays it off the end wall. Ends up coming all the way to Carson Fletcher, and now the Jets bring it around the boards. Berg's long shot, looking for a redirect, and then a second opportunity for Fletcher. Goes off a stick and over the net, over the glass and into the netting. Good crowd here tonight for a Friday night in Wainwright. The Jets brought plenty of fans with them making the trip up Highway 41. Lots of oohs and ahs on scoring chances, and it's nice to see a good crowd out for a Friday night Russell game. And nice to see you folks joining us on YouTube from near and far.
First, we'd like to thank these following sponsors. Midwest Auto Supply, Kick Auto, Ranch Open.
Comerford picks up a loose puck in the neutral zone, spins and fires it in deep. The Jets play it up the wall, but can't escape the zone. Goslin now goes to the back door to Carson James, but on the one-timer, his stick shattered. A golden scoring opportunity goes by the wayside for the Rustlers. Now Fletcher chips it in deep, chases it down into the corner, now in behind the net. Berg from the point, looking for the redirect. Ackroyd tried to get a stick on it, but couldn't. Fletcher gets to Ackroyd behind the net. Ackroyd tried to bank it off a goaltender. Big brain play, but it doesn't pan out, and Swanson holds on for the faceoff. Berg shot well wide of the net. The Rustlers keep it in the zone for a moment. Squirts out past the blue line. Ackroyd has to pick it up and fire it in behind the net. The Jets tried to flip it into the near corner, but it goes over the glass into the crowd, into some empty seats. And we'll get a face off way down just outside the Jets blue line. Missler comes out of his net, plays it over to his captain, Josh Bird. He flips it off the glass and out of the zone, but the Jets quickly send it back in. Tippler off the glass down the ice. Fletcher with some speed, trying to apply some pressure. And eventually forces a turnover. He picks it up in the corner. Now Hamilton along the wall. Nice little play, gets it to Tippler, and he can't pull the trigger on a shot. He does from his knees, but not much on it. Now Hamilton in the corner cycles it down to Tippler. Fletcher along the wall. Gets it to Tippler behind the net. Up to the point to Horn. Sorry, to Hamilton. Swooped in and grabbed it away, but his shot was blocked. The Jets clear the zone, and now this forward line is out of gas, but they're able to get the puck into the zone again. Jets can't clear the zone once again. It's Horn who keeps it inside the blue line. With some patience, steps out in front, fires a shot, but it's blocked. Jets play it off the wall, and Leggett smartly doesn't touch that puck, as it could have been a too many men penalty. Jackson off the glass, out towards center ice. And Missler holds on to that one for the whistle. We're approaching the halfway mark of the third period. Still a 2-2 hockey game. Jets win the faceoff, get the puck out in front, and that shot goes just wide. Now it's pinned against the wall in the corner. Dicker comes away with it. Fighting tooth and nail along the wall, and the Rustlers pick it up in the corner. That hard pass couldn't be corralled by Dicker. And the Jets, without much help, just had to play it into the corner. Now Carson James, he's got Dicker with him, feeds it forward. Dicker gets a stick on it, chips it in behind the net. He'll chase it down, gets there first, boxes out the defender, and then upends him, but loses control of the puck. He's got his stick tied up down there, but the play goes the other way. Now Carson Fletcher from his own zone skates it out into neutral ice. Plays it forward to Blake Fletcher, Chase Fletcher, and his cross ice pass is off the mark. Woodward played the puck in deep and then got hammered. Fletcher loses it in his skates, and now the Jets come the other way. It's Pastor with speed down the right wing. He tries to play it across to the left wing, but gets hauled down. And then Missler jumps on the loose puck. 9:10 left to go in this third period. Whole lot of back and forth action. But nothing on the scoreboard so far. Still a 2-2 hockey game. The Rustlers win the faceoff. Hamilton down the right wing, carries across the blue line, drops it for Fletcher. Fletcher steps around defender, a chance in tight, but his shot goes just wide. Now Cody Jackson from the point. His shot over the net, bangs off the end wall, out to Horn at the point. He pinches in a little bit, keeps the puck in deep, and then Swanson will corral it with his stick and jump on it with his glove hand and get another whistle. Jets off the face-off, come the other way quickly, and they send it down the ice for an icing call.
50/50 ticket for red ticket, ticket number 0363508. Red ticket 0363508 with 49.
No 50-50 winners up here in the booth once again. But that's okay. We got a good hockey game to watch. Fletcher with a good play to knock down that puck and feed it forward. He's got a couple teammates there, but Comerford couldn't control it. Dicker chips it in deep. He's got James with him. They're trying to chase it down behind the net. The Jets scoop it up, play it around the wall. And then a mile in the sky lands on James's stick. The Jets steal it right back. They might have numbers coming the other way. And a great chance on the back door, but Missler with a good save, moving from his right to his left, and swallows that one up as he sprawls across the crease and keeps this game tied. Jets win the face-off, and they almost had a chance in the low slot. But a good defensive stick from the Rustlers. Cleared it out of the zone. Now they get the puck in behind the Jets net. Hughenden sends it down the ice. The Rustlers are there waiting for it. Mullet picks it up. His long pass is knocked down by a Jet stick. And then Gosselin with a good defensive stick and then a huge hit at the Rustler blue line. Trying to get some momentum going in the Rustler favor here, but now Pastor picks up the loose puck. Carries it across the Rustler blue line. Fires a shot, but that's well wide of the net. Fletcher scoops up the rebound, feeds it to Tipler. Down the left wing, he crosses the blue line. Tries to cut to the inside, but he's cut off by Anholt. Now Hamilton picks it up along the wall, and a chance for Tipler in front. He got just a shot in the face in front of the net. He goes down hard. No penalty. He was feeling a little uncomfortable after that. Got some words for the Jets bench as he heads back to his own.
Congratulations to tonight 50/50 winner, Dan Wood. Congratulations, Dan.
$1,465 50-50 this lovely Friday night. It's a nice win for somebody. Morosso's trying to bang one home in the blue paint, and the Jets not happy about it. But nothing too serious here. The Rustlers win the draw. They get it to Berg at the point. Tries to send it deep, but the Jets pick it off. Now Swanson out across the blue line. Spins and fires it into the corner. He's got a teammate there. They get it to the Damberger at the high slot, but his shot is blocked. And now a huge hit from Josh Berg in the corner. He sent Tufton flying. And now the Rustlers try to come the other way. It's Chase Fletcher trying to send it in deep, but it gets knocked down by a Jets defender. And that stretch pass doesn't connect. Not an icing call, though. And Hughenden works it into the corner again. Fletcher able to get a stick on it, sends it down the ice. That's going to be no icing. Woodward hard on the chase. But the Jets get to it first. Waring sends it up ice. It's deflected by McQuaid into Russell territory. But then the Rustlers get it back. It's Fletcher. Down the right wing. His centering pass is knocked down. But I think he just threw a penalty. But I think the Rustlers might have just taken one on their own as well. Tipler got into a scuffle in front of the net. I think he might be heading to the box as well. I think Fletcher might have drawn a penalty of his own, maybe a hooking call. It's going to be roughing against Tipler. I think Waring might have gotten a hook, but it might be an offsetting minor roughing penalty. Offsetting minors either way. And the Rustlers win the faceoff. A hard shot right off the draw by Horn. Scooped up by Swanson.
But you're attending to the core. To for nothing. To the nothing. Ryan Tipler. To its fault.
There's a pair of roughing penalties. And a hard shot from the top of the circle by Horn is stopped once again. Hamilton hard on the forecheck. Nearly forces a turnover. The Jets just able to get it out across the blue line. Now they pick it up and they carry it down ice. Gamberger leaves it for Laporte. His shot saved by Missler. Laporte gets it right back. Or sorry, Swanson gets it back. That shot blocked by Horn, and now James the other way. He leaves it for Comerford. Comerford slides it out in front. A chance in tight for Blake Fletcher, and he can't tuck it home. That puck bounced up on his stick a little bit, and he couldn't tuck it over the pad of Swanson. What a chance for the Rustlers. We get a whistle here with 3:39 left in the third period. Still a tie hockey game. Jets with possession off the draw. Skate out to the neutral zone, gain the red line, and just chip it in deep. Berg loses control of it for a moment. Gets it right back, though, and gets it to Leggett. Now Leggett down the left wing. Plays it off the wall. Chasing it down in behind the net. Nothing doing there. And the Jets try to flip it out of the zone, but they can't get far with it. And Dicker had a chance to make something happen. Couldn't handle that rolling puck. And that's going to be an icing call against the Rustlers. 3:04 to go now in the third period. Dicker plays it down ice. Now a chance for Woodward. He's on a partial breakaway. He comes in tight and he almost buries one. Goes to the backhand. Low glove side, and Swanson got the tiniest piece of it, but enough of it to keep this a tied hockey game. What a chance for the veteran Cody Woodward. And now the Jets down ice. They got numbers and a chance in tight, and Missler with a sprawling save. Looking like a young Patrick Waugh, sliding to his left, stacking the pads, and denying the Jets the go-ahead goal. 2:26 left in the third period. And what a series of events this was. Scoring chances on either end. Jets win the faceoff, and the Rustlers quickly come the other way. It's Fletcher down the left wing. He's got James with him. Fletcher looks for James, and they score! Blake Fletcher with a great effort to step around the defender, put a little short-sided shot on goal. And James was there on the back post waiting for the rebound. He makes no mistake and buries it. The Rustlers take a 3-2 lead with 2:15 left in the third period. Now a chance again for the Rustlers. They come in, they score again! Just like that, the Rustlers take a 2-goal lead. It's Fletcher coming in and banging one home on a rebound of his own. The Rustlers jump out ahead 4-2 with 2:03 to go in the third period, laying down the law on their home ice. What a series of events for Blake Fletcher. He sets up the go-ahead goal to Carson James, and then he comes down and bangs home a rebound to extend the lead just seconds later. And if this lead holds, I can
30 seconds.
bet the farm on Blake Fletcher getting that player of the game, but there's still a couple minutes to go in this one, and the Jets are going to take a timeout to slow things down, catch their breath. Big shout out to the DJ here at Vision Credit Union Arena tonight. Tons of Nickelback on the playlist. And this crowd, we have been loving it. Nothing like Nickelback on a Wainwright Friday night, watching the Rustlers and the Jets face off. Timeout over. 10 skaters back on the ice, 11 skaters back on the ice. The Jets have pulled their goaltender. They got a minute 47 to go. Everything's on the line here for them as they win the faceoff. Swanson turns and gets it to the point. It's Laporte with the puck now, but the Rustlers get a hold of it. They fire it down the ice, but it's wide of the net, and that's an icing. And we're going to get another timeout. It's going to be a Rustler timeout this time.
Or
The Rustlers, regardless of what happens tonight, will have another game tomorrow night. They will hit the road the second half of their 2-game weekend as they head to Coronation to take on the Royals. The Royals just 2-10 on the season. And then they will be back here next Saturday night hosting the Stettler Imperials, who sit atop the league standings at 11-1-1. The Rustlers eyeing that top spot if they can have a strong run down the stretch here, but it all starts tonight. They need to pull out the victory here. Up 4-2 with a minute 35 to go in the third period. Jets win the faceoff. Swanson gets it to the point. Now to the top of the circle on the left wing, and that shot goes off a stick and wide. Berg will play it down the ice, and that's went off a stick. It's going to be well wide, and that will be icing once again. A minute 20 to go in this one. Rustlers win the draw this time. Goslin plays it into the corner. The Jets are there waiting for it. Laporte tries to chip it into the corner once again, but Berg makes a great play right in the face of pressure to get it down the ice. Not far enough for icing as we reach 1 minute left in this third period. And Berg bangs it off the glass out into the neutral zone. Time ticking down on the Jets in their comeback attempt as the Rustlers pick it up once again. Berg plays it off the wall out to the Jets blue line. Fletcher gets a hold of it, plays it down the ice, and Hamilton nearly beats out the icing call, but the whistle blows. 39.6 seconds to go. Rustlers win the faceoff. Horn picks it up, steps around the forecheck, plays it off the wall, but can't get out of the zone. Jets keep it in deep. Anholt from behind the net feeds it out front to Laporte, but off the mark. It scoots out into the neutral zone. The Jets have to regroup. Hamilton with a heck of a forecheck, killing some precious seconds off the clock. The Jets play it off the boards down the ice. No icing. Fletcher around the wall to Horn. He leaves it there for Blake Fletcher. It gets knocked off his stick, though. There's 5 seconds to go. That should just about do it. As the buzzer goes, what a win for the Rustlers tonight. A battle with the Hughenden Jets, but the Rustlers pull it out in the third period. It's a 4-2 victory. Hayden Missler earns the win in his first start as a Wainwright Rustler. And Wainwright has sole possession of second place in the ECSHL Alberta Senior Hockey League standings. What a fantastic game for a Friday night in Wainwright. We thank you so much for joining us. That was a lot of fun. And we'll celebrate this one tonight, but not too hard, as the Rustlers, as you mentioned, will hit the road tomorrow for Coronation, take on the Royals, and then we'll be back here next Saturday night when they host the Stettler Imperials. It's a 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time puck drop here Saturday night in Wainwright. We'll be here on YouTube bringing you all the action. Should be a heck of a game as the Rustlers take on the league leaders at the top of the table. But until then, enjoy your weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and we will see you next time.